Hello everyone, Bridget with Altenew. I'm here to introduce you to the Build a Garden Pristine Peonies stamp and stencil set. This set includes a 6x8 stamp set with 2 outline images and lots of sentiments, a 6-piece layering stencil set. On the back you can see the image of stencils that are included, a mini blending tool, and for an additional purchase in the shop, there is an add-on die to cut out your beautiful images. Now let's take a look at the Trifold, and first we'll look at the layering guide, which is going to show you the 2 outline images, as well as the stencil numbers and colors used to create those images. The full list of colors is listed there, and in the center there are 4 card examples with colors listed below. There are full A2 size panels on the left. We're going to get started with stencil number 4 and buttercream ink. I'm coming from the outside of the petal and going in, so in case I have any extra ink, I don't get a blotch in the middle of my floral. We'll now move to stencil number 6 to warm sunshine. I now am coming from the center of my floral and going out to the leaves to add dimension. And it also helps if I have extra ink on my brush. We'll now move to stencil number 4 and the beautiful chamomile ink. Again, I'm coming from the center and working my way out with the leaves in case I have any extra ink I wasn't expecting. We're going to stay on stencil number 4 and we're going to line up the bottom there, those little stamens that are hanging down there, and we're going to use caramel toffee. We will continue on stencil number 4. There's a line there, and you line that up with the bottom of that piece sticking out, and it lines up perfectly. We'll then apply marigold ink as the final part of our flower. We'll now move on to the leaves and stencil number 5. We're going to begin with parrot ink, and I'm coming in from where it would be darker in the flower arrangement. Again, just in case I have any extra ink on there, and it also adds an extra layer of dimension. And I wiped off my stencil there, sorry for that. Now we're coming in with parrot, and we are still on stencil number 5. We'll now move to stencil number 6, which will complete this image. And on this, we're going to use the gorgeous moss ink. I again am coming out from where it would be darker. That way I can tap my brush off on the stencil and pull the color out into my image. And be careful, there are some open spots we're not using there. Now that's complete, we will move on to the other beautiful image that we have, starting with stencil 1 and blush ink. On this, I'm coming from 2 areas. I'm coming from the outside in, but I'm also adding color from the center where the stamens are and going out from there. This will allow to add some depth and dimension built in. Now we're going to move to stencil number 2 with the gorgeous pink pearl ink, and now I'm coming from the bottom and working my way up as I was before. We will then move on to stencil number 3. On stencil number 3, we're going to use Coral Bliss as our ink color. And I'm adding it nice and deep and dark so we can see the definition in the layers of our floral. Now we're going to move to stencil number 1 to add the center with caramel toffee. Moving on, we're on stencil number 2 with parrot ink. We will now move to stencil number 3 and we'll use moss as our darkest color for our leaves. Back to stencil 1, and I'm aligning that little curvy leaf right there with my parrot ink. We will then move to stencil number 3. Again, I'm lining that curved area up with moss ink. And now we're moving on to stencil number 2 with parrot ink. And our final step is stencil number 3 with moss ink. And we have completed both of our images with our stencil set. Here is some beautiful inspiration from our amazing designers. To find out more about Build-A-Garden Pristine Peonies suite of products and other available products, please visit us at altenew.com.